All right, well, everybody, welcome to Orgo Chem 1, Chem 241, Henry Ford College. We are going to get started by looking for our syllabus. Right now, we're going to look at this, and we don't know what that means yet. The syllabus is not there. It is at Moodle, which will be somewhere around here. Moodle. Employee, log in. Okay, we're all experts at logging into Moodle. Maybe. Apparently we're not. Fumble fingers here. Moodle. Okay. We go into Henry Ford College, Moodle, and we pick our course. There we are. And we see that we have announcements. And I fixed the dates that I said I was going to fix here, so that's done. We got a schedule coming up. It doesn't look quite like this for you. When you log in, it looks more like, I got my picture in the way here. Nope, wrong one. Here we go. I'm going to pretend to be a student. Here I am, being a student. Here's your announcement. The schedule is here, weekly schedules in preparation. This has got everything for videos to get you up to test 1. How does that work? Well, we'll just look at the first one. They're in order. These are lecture videos made at home, by home, during COVID. They are the lecture items. Really benefits you. It really benefits you if you watch these before you come, because classroom now is a place where we focus on one thing: doing problems to get you ready for tests. That's the only thing we're going to do in class. Okay? It's worth 80% of your grade. I think it's a good approach. We've had good feedback on this 3 semesters. Okay? So you want your general lecture. You've got 2 places to go for general lecture. This list here and the textbook. Now, it depends on your learning style. The thing about organic chemistry is you've got to apply your learning styles to successfully integrate this material so that you can answer questions on the test. This is not a class where I can say, if you've read this and done these exercises, you should be able to get an A on the test. No, can't say that, never will. You've got to find a way. A lot of students are more traditional and they like to start with that textbook. I wrote that textbook for you for that purpose. Okay? It's only designed to get you ready for tests in this particular course at this school. Okay? So I would do that first if you're that type of student. And then as you go, watch the videos that correspond to the section numbers that you just read. Now, I've had a couple students who are really, the videos do everything for them, but almost everything. And Ali started with the videos because he needs videos. He'll watch them all. And then when he's having trouble, he would go back and go to the sections in the textbook to try to fill in what he's having trouble with. Okay? Please use both. They were made for you. We'll show you how to get to the textbook soon. That was something that didn't work this morning either. And here's a video, first video. They're mostly in order. There's a reason why section 1.6 is so early. It's called stick figures if you look into that section, and it's how we do short form representations for organic molecules. And you must learn it because it would take weeks to draw one simple molecule if you didn't use the short form called stick figures. And we have to understand what they mean. There's videos on that. And I think I clicked it open here. Here we go. And we're going to skip the ad. And here's, hey, that's what I look like without a mask. There you go. And apparently I was a little dazed there. So
I need to apologize to anybody.
There you go. That's that. Now, something I spent some time on this summer. I told myself I wasn't going to do any work this summer. You're probably like me. I say something and then I think it's time to get ready for school. So I spent some good time. I think you're going to like it. Underneath here in the comment area, it says there's an accompanying lecture document. So during the video, you'll see me making this document. Now, if you're like me, I like to have that document, the finished document in front of me and watch it being created. And as it's being created, I would write notes off to the side. You do not have, maybe that's not your style though. That's perfectly fine. You've got to find your style. Okay. But here it is. I'll show you what that document looks like. And if you watch that video, you'll see this appears eventually on the screen. And, you know, if I jump ahead to right there, you'll see, hey, he's creating that, he's creating the document. Yeah.
Question due Thursday night.
Okay. Now keep in mind, this document right here, it is the accompanying document for a day's worth of video. Typically, that list, typically a day is 4 videos in a row. It could be 4 or 5. You'll know, you'll look at the document and you scroll down, you see the picture I'm talking about, okay? So it's not automatic. What you're looking at is what the video is showing. Remember, that document is for many videos, usually 4. Okay, and we'll get into some exercises like these starting Wednesday. We'll get into an exercise like this today. Okay? And that in mind, that is a good way to start. Going back here, here's our Moodle. And you see that's the master schedule for videos. That's not the only kind of video in there. Sorry, I jump around a lot. These are lecture videos. Supplemental videos are generally made during office hours or during review sessions for class, or special review sessions I run from home per student request, and those are problems being solved. Okay, so they're all valuable. So I wouldn't don't skip any videos on this list. Once you get into the channel, some people forget there's a list here and they just start watching videos in the channel. I got to caution you, there's 2 courses worth of videos in there. Orgo 2, they'll throw you for a loop when you start looking at some Orgo 2 videos by mistake. But most videos tend to indicate what course they're for. So supplemental videos are good too, and there's a lot of them. So anytime you're at the start of a new list, it will be the traditional lecture videos. It even says lecture videos, and then supplemental videos. And yeah, you see, it's a lot. There you go, and a test 1 material. And I've got the table ready for test 2, but let's just take one test at a time. Okay. It's not usual activity out there. Fall 22 syllabus, that's us. Keep in mind, you guys are section 70, right? 70. We'll do a brief rundown of this. You know you can download the syllabus if you want. If you go over here, you can do a download, and if you're more comfortable with paper, although we're trying to save paper, right? You can download it and look at it after you print it. This is section 70. We meet from 5:10 to 7. We'll start right at 5:10 every day. Office hours are by appointment. I will be here before class every day, and if you want to just come on in early and ask me questions, that's great. I will stay after if you have questions. We can, if you just email me saying I would like to do a Zoom office hour, I'm flexible, guys, and I will answer that all emails within 24 hours. I'm looking towards Tuesday afternoons being like a virtual office day in the afternoon, and I'll answer those emails within an hour. Okay? That's what I'm thinking. I haven't put it down officially yet, but my schedule looks like that'll work. So we're here for you. You're at a good college that takes your education seriously, not like a four-year school, like a university where they got to bring in research money. The teachers don't want to see students. They're too busy trying to get research money and grants and stuff. And that's just the way it is. But you've made a good choice. You came here, you get some teacher time. Just ask for it. What do we got? There's a textbook. This didn't work this morning because I had the wrong code in there. Here's the deal, everybody. You're going to need Cengage Unlimited. You might already have it from a previous course, so you can use it. If you don't, you gotta register for it. Sadly, our bookstore usually has a copy of the book. You can buy the book and you get the Cengage Unlimited as a package, but they don't have it. I don't know why. It's very strange. So how did I get to the book? Well, there's ways. If I go here, I can probably do it. And I'm going to need this code for the book right here. So copy. So after you've registered for Cengage Unlimited, open it in the tab. I don't see it because my screen's got other stuff on it. Where are you? This one? This one. Sign in. And I already have an account. Okay, now you're here. I don't know what that is. Ensure students get the best price. Okay. Over here, it said custom ebook. So that's the only way we can look at the ebook for this course right now. You got to log into Cengage Unlimited. We did that. From the home page, you're going to, in the register another course or product search box, enter this code, which is the same as that code, which I copied already. And you go here, cross your fingers, work in my office. That's our book. It's got HFC in it, HFCC. You may access this course through other methods and get into the right place for Henry Ford Organic Chemistry. There will be a picture of a different book there, and it'll have other people's names on it. Please do not buy this book. I picked that book for the purpose of being just a picture there because they have the same chapter sequence as we do. Because the owl is separate from this course, really. But I wanted it in the right sequence for you. So when you get there, don't go buying a book by Brown, Foote, and Iverson. No, don't. You access the ebook by the way we just did. You log into Cengage, copy paste that code with a 98 whatever from the near the front page of the syllabus, and it gets you here. And this is the book right here. And let's look inside. That's the whole book right there. I had a student find this picture, and he made this for me. That was very nice. Former student. And we did that in 2012, and here's the book. We got chapter 1 starting here. What is organic chemistry? Good stuff. 1.6, as promised, line angle drawings, also known as stick figures. We'll be doing an exercise with stick figures earlier. By Wednesday, I hope you've read all about stick figures, because you're going to see some stuff that you think, oh, that's like a new language to me. I don't know what the heck you just did. Don't worry about that today, okay? But for Wednesday, try to get to the point where we're going to read through the material that goes through that second set of videos. Like, go to video number 8 if you can. Try to have those watched by the end of by Wednesday. And then you get more out of this class if you've seen the material one time before we start doing problems. You just get more out of it. And I know time is a problem for a lot of people right now. myself included. We just got a lot going on. So, sometimes we can't do things ideally the way, you want to do it like that way, but you just don't have time in the day. Coming to class cold, you'll still get something out of it. You haven't done a thing, you come to class. You pay attention, you still get something out of it. You could get more if you'd read the text and watched the videos ahead of time. Try to get to a point where you can be there. All right? So, yeah. So that's that. Get into the book. Not bad. Let's get to the grading scale. As you can see, tests are worth a lot. There are 4 exams in this class. Your best 3 will count of those 4. 15% each times 3 gets 48. And then you look at this other exam at the end, 32%. Have you ever had a science class where 80% of the grade is based on tests? Probably not. So why are tests so highly valued in this course? Well, 1, the lab class is a separate class. So most of your science classes have a lab built in, and that's a good chunk of your grade. We don't have that. We separated them for good reasons. Different programs have different needs, and we try to meet everybody's needs. So some courses, the programs don't need a lab, believe it or not. Most of you need the lab too. Some of them need just a lecture, and we offer that possibility. But we're still back to the original question. Why are tests valued so highly? And the answer is based on where you're going after this. Most of you are going into a program such as show of hands for medical school. 2 is a good number for a small group like this. That's 2 pretty high. Veterinary school. I had my one this morning. I won't have one of these because I have one every 2 years. Choose it. I'm saving the big one. PA school. You got 2 there. 3. And pharmacy. Whoa, you're in the minority. That's the first time that I can remember. But anyway, those are our big 3. And every one of those programs to get in is not just about doing well in your courses here, right? There's something else before you get in. It's called taking an admission exam called a PCAT or a DAT or an MCAT, right? And those are big, long tests that you don't have enough time to finish. Question 1. Should taking that test be the first time you've taken a big, long test that's too long to finish? I don't think that's how you should be training for your admission to your program. So yes, we have tests in this course where you don't have enough time to finish them. At this time, you're supposed to say, Dr. Whitaker, that's not fair. Go ahead, Dr. Whitaker. That's not fair. That's okay, I understand. Okay, I'll put it a different way. There'll be a few of you in this room, maybe 2 or 3, that don't finish the test and still get 100. Is it starting to sound a little more fair? How can I do that? Well, I don't count all the questions because I know you won't be finishing the test. And there are strategies you will learn during this semester to successfully navigate tests. Never start with part 1 of the test, the multiple choice. That's a difficult section, and it's really only for the really gifted students, or they need a challenge too. Right? Even the most gifted students need a challenge. We've had some incidents where gifted people have gone through their whole education and they were so bored they did their own research on the side and did some nasty things. Look up Ted Kaczynski on Google if you want. All right. Maybe if he was challenged a little more by his professors, he wouldn't have done what he did. Anyway, long story short, part 4 is going to be called the short answer part on every test. More than half the points for the test live in that section, and you can get those points faster than any other section of the test. So you're always going to start it with the last section, okay? Part 4, short answer. Never start with part 1. It's only for the really smart people. Even they usually save it till the end, right? Part 3 is nomenclature. I wouldn't do it first. It's not that nomenclature is not important. You're going to fail this class if you don't know nomenclature, I promise that. Okay? The nomenclature section really tests you on your nomenclature. But there's nomenclature throughout the whole exam. I mean, here's a short answer question. You know, draw all the tertiary amines with this formula. If you don't know what a tertiary amine is, which is part of nomenclature, you don't know how to start, right? Or draw the Lewis structure for this 6-nonenol. I just used the name of a molecule, right? You think you can draw a structure if you don't know what the name means? You can't. Plus 6-nonenol is not an appropriate UPAC name. You'll see that later. Okay. I believe that should have been 4-nonenol. Okay. Going on a little too long about that. We have a journal and we have OWL. Now, OWL is, as soon as you've got your Cengage Unlimited, you have access to OWL. Okay. I would go to OWL from this link here. Syllabus again. This is not an executable link, sadly, but I believe it takes you straight to the OWL for this course. I'm copying that link, pasting it. I'm logged in already. It should take me to the OWL for this course. That saves you from having to find the course. Oh, thank you. It logged me out while we were talking. It wasn't very nice. You just take my word on it? Take my word on it. It would have taken you right there, and you could look at the assignments, which are, I think they're already set up. Anybody tried to get into OWL yet? Did you look, were the assignments there with, with valid due dates and everything? Yeah. Excellent. So OWL is ready for you. What is OWL? Well, it stands for Online Web-Based Learning, and I'll give you the student answer. OWL is annoying. But OWL is a useful preparatory method to get you up to fundamental skills level. That's not the level we're shooting for, but you can't get to the level we want until you get past the fundamental level, right? So the best way to use OWL is to do it when the material is coming up in class or ahead of time. That's the best way. I understand. Time is a factor. Sometimes you fall behind on things. OWL should be one of the things you sacrifice if you're falling behind, because there's methods of catching up. Once again, if you want to use everything to its best for your skill development, you want to get OWL in early. Here's the story on OWL and deadlines. They have deadlines already. He verified that. So the first test comes up, you didn't get all your OWL done, you're not stressed out. And I don't want anybody doing OWL a week before the test. In fact, if you're only studying a test a week before the test is here, you probably waited too long. I know you probably haven't heard that from other teachers, but it's true. I got many students in the past you can ask about that. Okay, so don't do OWL a week before the test. Say, okay, here's what he's going to do. I'm going to be taking that test, test 1, and during that test, he's going to change all those due dates to about a week after that test. And then you have a week to catch up. That's not even the end of it. Test 2 rolls around. I take all the due dates for test 1 and test 2 and move them to a week after you take test 2 while you're taking test 2. You can catch up again. Same for test 3, same for test 4. Test 4 is over. The story is almost over. Where's our list of testing? Okay. Here's our list of test dates. Test 4, December 5. Test 4 rolls around. I change every due date to Monday, December 12th. It's written on the syllabus somewhere, I promise. Monday, December 12th is the last day of lecture. That's the way we work at Henry Ford. There's a Monday before finals, and finals start on the Tuesday. Okay? That Monday is the last day of lecture, and that is the last time OWL will be accepted, so 11 p.m. Okay? It says that when we get to the owl section here. All right? No more extensions after that. So you got to get them done. And something I forgot to mention in the night section, I hope they watch this video, you don't have to do all the owls to get 100%. Because I know there's glitches out there. And I can't get past this glitch. It won't let me. Move on. If you've been glitching on something for 15 minutes, just move to another problem. I'm only going to count 95% of the owls. So say you got a 96 on the owl, you're over 100%, and that's the only bonus you get to keep. If you got a 96 on the owl, it's probably going to convert to a 5.1 out of 5, or 5, you know what I'm trying to say. And you get to keep, that's the only time you get to keep a bonus. I think if you do every owl perfectly, well, owl's not out of 5, it's say it's out of 10. You did every owl perfectly, you're probably going to get a 10.6 out of 10. It's good. Keep that bonus. Plus, I use owls for decision making later. What does he mean by decision making? Here it is. My decision making process. How do I get an A? There's the how do I get an A. Did I miss it? We have. There it is. So here you go. You've got your breakdown. There, you need a 90 to 100 to get an A, but that's not all. That's what star means. Star. To get an A, you have to do all 3 of these requirements. You have to have your 90 average, like we just said. You have to have at least 2 tests that are a 90. It sounds fair, right? You've got 4 tests. I want you to be able to perform at an A level at least half the time. Is that too demanding? I think it's pretty fair. Okay? And then you have to get at least a low B on the final. That's an 80. That's the bottom of a B. Okay? All 3 requirements. Now I realize everybody has a bad day. So say you did well on parts 1 and 2. You say you got a 90 on 3 tests, right? So you definitely qualified part 1 and 2. Because if you got a 90 on 3 tests, your average is probably over 90. But say you had a bad test day and you got 70 on the final. You think I'm just going to go all draconian on you and give you a B? You think I'm going to do that? No, you got close. The only question for me, though, students done all the test requirements, they got their A with the test requirement. Are they going to get the B plus or the A minus? It's the only question for me. Guess what criteria I use for that? The number 1. There's a student who got parts A and B done. They have 3 90s. They got that 70 on the final. Oh, B plus or A. They did every one of their owls, and they did a little more. Oh, yeah, A minus. Same scenario for a different student, but they got like 40, like 62% of their owls. Guess what they're getting? B plus. Yeah, they were still, they still did good work, but they let the owl slip. The teacher informed them that he would be using owls to see how serious they were as a deciding factor. It's on a video. That's the first time it's ever on a video. There you go. Hold me to it. How do you get an A plus? 95 on everything. That's what that says, or above. There was a student who had trouble on the first test. She got below an A on the first test, but then she realized what she needed to do and got 100 on everything for the rest of the semester. Tell me that student's not an A plus student. You can't. That's when I amended my syllabus, 2006. Her name's on, her initials at least are on there. And anybody else who does that gets an A plus. And I think it's happened about 8, 9 times. Yeah. Maybe more. B, same idea, but the numbers are lower. And C, same idea, but the numbers are lower. Okay? And once again, I'm not going to go over step by step the syllabus because you're going to go over the syllabus and answer a syllabus quiz for me. Okay? syllabus quiz. But before I do that, let's go back. Where's the syllabus quiz is one question. We have a question back there, yes? Sorry, say it again. Oh, like how frequently does it happen? There's A's every semester. I haven't had a semester without at least one A student, and I can't remember when. In a typical class, I'll have between 2 and 5 A's. If it's a big, this is not a big class, so I would expect maybe 2 or 3 in this class. Okay, it's not impossible. No, it's work. I'm not trying to candy coat it. It's work. The work doesn't scare most people. I mean, if you want to go in those programs, you're not scared of work. And we got the syllabus quiz. I'm in the syllabus section, section 1 at Moodle. And I am, syllabus quiz is here. You click on it. How do you do the syllabus quiz? Well, here's the deal, everybody. I would take the syllabus quiz, and here it is. I would open it. I'm going to highlight everything with my mouse. Try anyway. Going slow. Why are you going so slow? Okay, quick way to do it: Control A, Control C. You guys know Control C is right-click copy. There you go. I would go to Word right now. I have a Word document open. Control paste. Oh, Control Z. I think you can get formatting if you paste option. No. Yeah, that last paste option. And then, guys, don't type anything for this quiz. This is the one time you're allowed of all your courses. Yeah. It even says you can copy paste. Here's your teacher. Okay, I'm not going to type that. It's on the syllabus, right? I had the syllabus open somewhere. I forgot. Do I have it open still? Log in. Search results. Darn. Don't have it open. Anyway, I think you know where I was going with that, right? There's the syllabus. You got the answer to question number 1 right there. Copy. Yeah. Hello. Paste. There's my answer. Do that for every question. This is not a creative writing assignment. I just want to know that you knew how to find the stuff where it is on the syllabus. You're gonna submit this document. I have a record that you know the answer to these questions. You can't tell me you didn't know the answer to these questions. End of that story. Syllabus quizzes normally due a week after the first class, which is today, but that's Monday. That's Labor Day. So you'll have till Tuesday, 11 o'clock. Okay, and there's another document there in the syllabus, if I can find it. Yeah. Not in the syllabus. Here. And it is the statement of receipt of course syllabus. I just went away from the syllabus. It's almost at the bottom of the syllabus, like the last page. And if that was nice, I would have put it here too, wouldn't I? But I wasn't. It's not if I was nice. It's if I had thought about it. I could have put a copy of it here so you could use that. But it's not a big deal, people. You get the page that I'm talking about. And can we pretend this is the page? There's a quick way to do it on anybody's computer. You got a tool called Snip. I think Max got something else. And you just highlight. I had that as my last snip. So like pretend this was the document. I needed everything there. There you go. And if someone would ask for your signature, you can write with your signature. Yeah, I got a pen. I can write with that. Yeah. Put the date. There you go. Save. Upload to that area. Easy speasy assignment, right? So we got that. Do we have any questions on the syllabus and the syllabus quiz and the overall course layout? Some of you saw the mechanism journal there for 5%. Let's not worry about that yet. It doesn't start till test 2, and it's the easiest 5% of the class. Basically, you're going to do what I tell you to do to get your 5%, and it's just writing a thing out. Because the only way to learn mechanisms is by first writing them out. And you can't just look at them and say, oh, I can do that. No, nobody's ever done that well. But by doing them over and over again, and the first step of that is creating your journal to do them the first time, and hand it in on test day, well, you submit it. On test day, you get 5 out of 5. Okay? Starts test 2. So stay tuned for more details on that, as they say. And I think that covered all the parts. You got the, I didn't talk about something that makes me feel very rewarded when it happens. Because you've heard organic chemistry is a little tricky, right? You got to find your own way, and that doesn't happen immediately. And sometimes I'll get a student who doesn't get their first A until test 4. And they say, well, I can't get an A. He says, I need 2 A's, right? On the syllabus says that you need 2 A's, not 1. Well, if the second A you get is the final, that's just as good as any of the 4 exams. On a cumulative final, come on, that's more important than the other exams. If you can get an A on that one, yes, you've easily got your second A. Okay? And that holds for the C2. Don't drop the course. Wait it out, guys, because it doesn't click right away. And sometimes it does. You've got to trust me. I see it. I don't see it every semester, but when I do, it's that, yes, they overcame something that was holding them back before, and they finally figured it out. They got a C on that 4th test, and then they got a C on the final, and they definitely deserve to pass the course. Okay? So, drop policy. It's on the syllabus. I'm just going to tell you instead of trying to find it. It takes forever for me. Normal drop policy before November 2. This semester it's November 2. You can drop on your own, and you will get a W grade. Okay? Or is it the other way around? I almost have to go back to my syllabus. My policy, this is not every science teacher's policy. My policy is, because of the nature of this course, I want you to stick it out. It wouldn't be fair for me to say, oh, after November 2, well, it's over. No, I let you go all the way to the final exam day. And then you say, I can't make this work. Please drop me. And I will drop you. And then it shows up as a DR on your transcript instead of a W. Other schools where you're transferring to or seeking admission to, they don't really know the difference between a W and a DR. It looks the same to them. The difference for us is our people know. Well, the W, they initiated the drop on their own, and the DR, oh, the teacher initiated the drop. It's just one more piece of information for our statistics. Okay? And that's that for the introductory and syllabus item video. And we'll call it quits on that.